Well, it is Sunday.
Yeah.
So,
Bright and early.
right. Mind your P's and Q's.
Mm-hmm.
Boys and girls, ladies and gents, good morning. Brent Abel here, WebTennis.com. Another episode of What's the Right Shot, number 402, titled Chip and Charge, but really, it's more than chip and charge.
Do
It's,
tell.
it's what?
Do tell.
Okay. Yeah. Well, um, it's really about shot tolerance. And hey, Mark, good morning. Rich, Lefty, you as well.
Got the
Uh,
boys up early today. There we
yeah.
go.
Well, we got one on the East Coast
Yeah.
and we got one on the West
Hey,
Coast.
Mike. There we go.
Oh, the great Mike Rogers.
Yeah.
um, what was I saying? Well, yeah, shot tolerance in doubles
Yeah.
is a little trickier because you've got so many potentially moving parts out there that it just seems a little intense, or the
Yeah.
tension gets ratcheted up, and I just think that it's a mindset skill, Jeff, that has got to be trained. I know for me back in the day that when I first started competing and playing a lot of the senior tournaments, and I just kind of felt, man, this anxiety to
Yeah.
want to. I mean, I feel a little bit, and I guess in singles it wasn't quite the same because I was pure serve and volley, first and second serve, 100% of the time,
Yeah.
and all I knew was a California hard court, which was basically, in the words of Gary Rose, hey, if I can't see my reflection on the court, I don't want to be on it.
Right.
Meaning that it's like a mirror. It's so
Yeah.
fast.
Yeah. Hard courts used to be fast.
That's right. That's right. And especially this court right here, court one of the Brooklyn
Yeah.
Tennis Club, which old school concrete base. And
Yeah. Right. Right.
and they would take that thing and just polish it down to,
Yeah.
whoa, you'd almost need sunglasses to play
the
on it, because
the hospital hallway buffer.
that's
Right.
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 That's exactly right.
You can come close to that though up at Davies Stadium, right? Those are
That's true. Well, that's just because those are probably concrete and haven't been resurfaced
Yeah.
for a while. But
yeah.
anyway, my point is that singles was different for me, but doubles was just like, God, the lanes over there are so much more narrow and the spaces are tighter
Right.
and the action is quicker. And so I think for quite a while I was looking for, what can I do to, in your words, exit the point
Right.
before it's time. And so I just, if anyone else is feeling that right now, there's a way out of that. And it wasn't that long ago when, one of my favorite all-time doubles partners, Dick Johnson, who unfortunately passed away a few years ago, but he gave me this advice. I just said, what the hell, man, you didn't miss a return to serve all day today. We won the 1870 indoors in Houston.
Nice.
And we're sitting up there having a cerveza afterwards.
Mm-hmm. Well earned.
And he's just Mr. Ho Hum up there, and I'm just, God dang it, look, you didn't miss a return. What the hell's going on? Tell me. He goes, well, I'm just trying to hit a quality return. Most of the time cross court, occasionally up the line, but I'm assuming it's coming back. They're good, but that's okay. Whatever comes back. And here's what got me. We'll just take it from there. And when I heard that, I just thought to myself, we'll just take it from there. Well, of course,
Right.
there's the way to play the game, especially in doubles, where the anxiety now gets to be nice and low, if any. Take it from there. And if it's a real tough shot, which it probably should be, because again, he said, hey, those guys are good.
Right.
I'm assuming it's coming back. So no matter what I do, if I hit it bigger, it's easier for him to hit it back. So let's just hit a quality ball, be consistent, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, once I heard that, Jeff, I just thought,
Yeah.
I don't have to rush. I don't have to exit. I don't have to take my return and just thunder it in hopes that it doesn't come back, or in hopes that, hey, I'm the man. So Mark
Yeah.
Jordan, take it from there. How does that square with point construction? 2 question marks. Jeff, I'll let you answer that question.
Let me open that up and get it so I can read it. Take it from there. How does that square with point construction? One of the easiest balls in doubles, if you're not sure what to do, is send it back to the guy that sent it to you, right? So if we're all closing on the net, so take it from there is you've hit a serve, you're coming in, you're hitting a first volley. Your first volley is generally around the service line, maybe a little behind it, right? Somewhere in there. You're going to send it back cross court. Expect the ball to come back. Very difficult place to try and end the point from, and go back to where it came from. Easiest place, unless he's chunked it up a little bit, and you have opportunity to close in, and you can get a little closer to the net, a little more proximity, where you could actually see the ball as a finished ball. But taking it from there is not looking the next ball looking to be this, super ultra carved angle, or I'm going to flip a little lob over the guy's head because the guy got it down to my feet. It's really staying in this steady Eddie moment and saying, you know what, I'm going to send it back to him. It still needs to be a quality ball, of course, but I don't need to do anything spectacular with it. I can go ahead and send it back to him and say, you know what, I didn't like that pitch. Give me something else to look at. And you just stay in that mode. This isn't about like of sending back, some ball that's 2 or 3 feet over the net on his side. That now he has proximity or the choice maybe to close in and look for the exit because the ball is the juicy ball. But that's what that is. This is about playing a ball back, knowing that they're going to hit the ball again, but not panicking. I'm just going to stay in here. Let me just send it back where it came from. Can I keep it low so I'm not going to get my partner or myself killed? And then again, what's the next move? Take it from there. What do I get back? What are they giving me back?
Yeah. So I think, and I'm trying to make sure I really understand Mark's question, and how does that square with point construction? I mean, look, point construction is, all right, you might have an intention of what you'd like to do, but the opponent or the opponents over there have a say in that.
Right.
And you may, as Jeff's describing, serve, transition, you play a volley over there. They may not participate in what you would like in terms of point construction.
Right.
They might actually do something different. And Dick Johnson's words were, that's fine. That's okay. And I'm assuming it's coming back, and whatever does come back, even though I do have an intention, we'll just take it from there.
Right.
And so I don't know how it's not a flippant comment.
No.
It's not a disrespectful comment. It's not a lazy comment. It's a reality comment that says that I can intentionally play a shot where, okay, I'd like to see this point construction continue along my intention, but it may not happen that way. And if it doesn't happen that way, we'll just take it from there.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, again, like you said, they get a say. They get a say in it off the ball that you send back. And you know what? Their say might be a really crisp, beautiful volley. So just because my opponents hit a good shot doesn't mean that I now have to come up with some, Einstein answer and come up, finding that little 10% of court that no one's looking at. It's like, nope. He's asking me, my opponent is now asking me, you're going to have to hit and execute a quality ball back. And that's what I'm trying to do the whole match against my opponents. I always want to be asking them to have to execute quality, because that's how you break another player down. That's how you break an opponent down, is constantly asking them to execute off of a well-struck ball. So that's what that is too, as well. As Dick says, we're going to take it from there. He's not saying, oh, we're just going to lollygag something over there and see how this works out. That's not it. That's not what he means by that phrase at all. But you have to stay focused, and here we are, and I've got to execute this ball. What am I looking for in the next ball? It's an all hands on deck approach. It just sounds casual.
Well, but it's a great attitude. It's a great mindset.
Yeah, because it eliminates that desire to, like, I need to do something magical with the ball off every strike of the ball. No, not at all.
Yeah. Well, Jeff, let's get into it. And I titled this one in the email, the subject line was 4 shots, number 4 shots. And I'm just going to play it through here. BTC, Berkeley Tennis Club, court 1. I could stop this here. I could say, Jeff, what do you think is the right shot? I know what you're going to tell me. So, but there are definitely shot choices here.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Certainly a lob is a possibility. I've got both guys there in front of me up at net. So,
yeah, I live in you and I, we look through a different lens when we're constructing a point, right? I tend to like a little bit more linear play, right? So off of this ball, you're a little bit more adept at taking and flipping a ball up there, let's say down the singles line there as a lob over the net guy's head. He's closed in enough. He's about halfway in the service box. That gives you a little room behind him to actually execute, to have some room to put the ball in. Cross court, though, you keep the ball low. He's about at the service line, so you've got some room in front of him to play the ball underneath him. So you've got a couple decent choices here, I think.
Okay. All right. Well, then let's take a look and see what actually happens here, Jeff. We'll just take it from here.
Yeah. Play it underneath him.
Okay. So
Right.
4 shots. And that kind of goes, I want to go back to the original thing I started with, which is shot tolerance, which is really a trained skill. I think it's, you can call it patience, but you can also call it, in the words of Dick Johnson, all right, I'm going to hit a quality ball. Now, look, is this forehand return to serve a quality return? In my mind, it's a quality because, number one, I put it back in front of my doubles partner.
Right.
I like that. It's not up high. It's actually down at the guy's feet, little tricky half volley.
Yep.
To me, that's a quality ball, but I assume it's coming back.
Right.
That's okay. I don't know what's coming back. Could this guy flip a little lob over Paul's head? He could, right? Or could he play it kind of short back to me? So this to me is like, this is a quality ball from him.
Right.
But yet I'm just going to take it from here. And my instinct here was, well, let's just play this as a little underneath chip and charge and come in. All right. That's a quality ball. It's not a winner. It's not an exit shot, but it's down on his feet and it makes him puts the ball in front of my partner.
And the ball's got to come up now.
It's got to come up. So now I get a kind of a, shoulder high almost volley opportunity. My thought is, okay, let's play a quality ball, but I'm not in a fat, juicy opportunity position. So let's go. I think the intention was try to go in the middle. Kind of got there. And let's keep moving the court position up. And I'm assuming it's coming back. And now I'm just going to go, well, let's play another quality ball. I don't know if it's coming back. I can't remember if my intention was to actually go to the guy's forehand hip.
Right.
I don't think I'm ever that thinking I'm that accurate. But I am thinking just going to the guy in front of me. And it ends up going there. So, but always with the intention of this is not an exit opportunity.
Right.
I mean, how much of the court do you really have available right here to be able to hit a clean winner that they're not going to get?
You're still 15 feet away from the net.
Yeah.
Right. So you still don't have, can you go as far to ball contact on your strings? Can you put it right there? So if you had eyeballs on the face of your racket, the strings, if you could look through that lens exactly there, an exit ball is line of sight ball. From the ball, how steep can your angle be and hit the ball over the net from the string line, from your strings to the court? So the minute you're going for a piece of court that's below the net line, you got to take something off of it. You've got to actually put a little shape on it. You got to do that. So here, I think it's a great choice because you just took the ball straight ahead And had he not touched it, the ball probably would have landed 3 feet behind the service line, 4 feet behind the service line.
Yeah.
So you're hitting a great line of sight volley right there. You're not going for something cute or, blah, blah, blah. Because this is going to give you another chance to take another step in.
Yeah.
Right. If you, execute a good volley, and you did, and you didn't have to take the extra, you didn't have to come in and cover that. But the line of sight idea is really important for players to understand that you got to have proximity on the net to be able to start, really having more choices where to put the ball, and possibly decide I'm exiting now because I've got this, I've got the chubby just sitting there.
Right. This is also an exercise in, can I improve court position? I mean, could I have stayed right here and let this ball bounce up? Probably could have. But our mindset, Jeff, here is no, this is more of an opportunity to move in and start to improve court position. And it may take me, that's my second ball. Here comes the third ball to improve court position. And now a step or two forward.
Right.
And now
the little bits make a huge difference.
Yeah. Yeah.
So where are you taking the ball, in the arc of its movement, right?
Yeah.
In the flight path. And I think too that, for you, again, you're a, California hard court raised, serve and volleyer. So you're even now, right? Even though you have a new, let's say, perspective on how you construct points and how you put things together, your natural instinct is still to come forward. How do I improve court position? So it would surprise me if you took that ball and actually backed up off of it.
Yeah.
And,
So no, you're right. And especially in singles. I hope these texts aren't coming through. My mind is always in singles or doubles. If I lose the point, where do I want to be in the court? I want to be on top of or inside the service line. That's just it for me. It's more about court positioning. If I lose the point, where do I want to be? And I just figure if I'm more often than not, on top of or inside the service line in singles or doubles, at the end of the point, my chances go way up.
Right.
That I'm going to win a majority of those points. Guys, speaking of court one here at the Berkeley Tennis Club, I got something for you here. And I started making some phone calls yesterday, Jeff. To recruit some players because this year I am not sure what my title is for the tournament. Anyway, I'm in charge of player experience, and so we are going to. We've got some lofty plans this year to really take it to. We're calling it a concierge level player experience, which the last few years that hasn't been so great, and it pained me last year at the end of the tournament. As being literally a lifelong member of the Berkeley Tennis Club, to go to the powers to be there and say, guys, the tournament's gotten driven into the ground over the last 10, 12, 15 years to the point where you're still scheduling players for singles at 9:00 in the morning and then a doubles match at 7:30 at night.
Yeah.
I said, that's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
I said,
players will decide not to play.
Exactly.
On that kind of a schedule.
And there was a whole host of things. That was just one of them. And I went to the guys last year and I says, it pains me to say this, but if there aren't some major changes, I'm not coming back. And as I said those words, I couldn't believe it. I said, wait a minute, I'm not coming back to my club. That's crazy. So anyway, this year raised my hand. I just said, look, I'm willing to put in the work. It's on me. I love the club. I love the tournament, all that. Love the history, love the culture of the Berkeley Tennis Club. And I said, but here are the non-negotiables.
Yeah.
And I'm in charge of the tournament desk. I'm in charge of scheduling. And we're going to actually give players breakfast, lunch, and dinner every day of the tournament. We're going to stop giving away these shirts that everyone gets a shirt at every stinking tournament. And half the time they run out of the sizes. And then the tournament's left with all these extra shirts that they can't do anything with.
Yeah.
I said, we're going to do something different with the player thing. So we've got some things that we're going to do this year that would be spectacular. Anyway, my point is, guys, would love to have you come and play the Pacific Coast Senior Tournament. It's steeped in some great history, goes way, way back at the Berkeley Tennis Club. May 23rd through 27th. It's a Thursday, May 23rd through Monday, Memorial Day, May 27th. It's a category level 2, which in many of the age groups plays like a category level 1. One of the reasons I was on the phone yesterday recruiting players. And it's an ITF 700. So it's got some points. It's got some serious points involved to it.
Yeah.
So if you're a tournament player and you're looking for a great venue, and I mean great venue, that's not the clubhouse behind Court 1 there. That's actually the Claremont. That used to be the hotel when I was a kid growing up there, about right behind the hotel. It's now called the Claremont Resort. We do have a player discount there. Still, it's not like a Motel 6 price, but
no, they do have a beautiful bar up there too.
Oh, is that right?
I've heard.
Okay.
With an incredible view of the bay.
Yeah. The other thing too is if you've not been out to the San Francisco Bay Area, especially the East Bay, Berkeley, it's a beautiful spot. And Jeff's Napa is just about 50-minute drive away, maybe 45, 60 minutes.
Pretty easy little, bop in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I come down every day when I'm playing. I don't stay local because it's such an easy little drive, 45 minutes, 50 minutes.
Easy stuff. So look, if you've never played a tournament and you're looking to get indoctrinated into age group, senior, masters, whatever we want to call it, tournament play, this would be a great place to start. Unfortunately, you'll be so spoiled that the next tournament you go to, you go, hey, wait a minute, man. This wasn't like Berkeley.
I expected to see Brent behind the desk.
That's right.
Yeah.
So look,
guys, I'm going to bark this in there.
Okay.
Berkeley Tennis Club, in my view, is the historical hub of tennis in Northern California. The players from history, the top players throughout history that have walked through those doors is unfathomable. It's from their junior years as 18-year-olds winning, the West Coast 18 and unders or something, and then climbing to world status, top 10 and number 1 in the world. The player list is very long and honored, and so you feel that energy when you walk in the door. When I walk in that door, it's like coming home. It just feels good to be there. And the courts just feels good to be on those courts. It just feels right. It just feels right.
So it is a hard court tournament. It's not clay. It's not grass. It's we have 10 hard courts. One of the things we don't do is we don't ship matches out to different venues. Yeah. So all the matches are played there.
Which is awesome, which is so cool.
It's great.
It's the best thing ever. It's
great. We've got a beautiful deck on there every afternoon around 4:00. There's going to be party central. And we're going to schedule some really great matches there in the center court and also courts 3 and 4. So, it's going to be fun. Anyway, guys, if you want some more information, do this. The best way to do it, if you don't know how to navigate the USTA website, which is tricky, just shoot me an email, brent@webtennis.com. And I'll get you hooked up with a link and we can spend a little bit of time if you want to talk on the phone about what it's like. But man, would love to have you guys come on out and play the Pacific Coast Seniors this year. Again, May 23rd through the 27th. I guess that's it. Guys, any comments about today's episode? Please let me know down below in the comments area. Any questions, comments, remarks, feedback? Let me know. Love to read that and respond. If you want to keep the conversation private, you can certainly do that. Brent@webtennis.com. Jeffrey, by the way, is it He's at Jeff at jacklets365.com. So he's
Yeah.
always,
Easy to find.
he's kind of lonely up there. He would, an email now and then would kind of be cool.
In a long winter,
That's true. Yeah. Well, let's see. What do we got here today? Well, I'm sorry. One of them days in the Southern California desert on the grass courts at 9:30. Okay, I'm sorry. So be it. All right, guys, that's it. Let's get out there. Tennis, gym work, whatever it is, crack a great sweat today. And as always, got to get out there, help someone else have a spectacular day. Guys, thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you again next time.
Great.